The most important factor when it comes to success in marketing is the conversion rate. It is really the only thing that matters. And if you are not properly observing it, then you're going to find it difficult to satisfy your clients. I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefings Copywriting Tips. If you get a customer who wants you to manage their ad briefings, their ad sense account or their pay-per-click accounts, they want you to find audiences for them. They want you to manage their social media, even managing their marketing campaigns. While it can be a lucrative activity to deliver for your clients, it is not going to produce success unless the customer knows exactly what a measurement of that success is. Now, ultimately, your clients are going to measure your success by the dollars in their bank account. Now, I know they might have hired you to generate more leads. They might have hired you to produce more sales or to have more effective click-through rates on their digital campaigns. But again, they're really measuring you on dollars in the bank account. They can't pay you unless they're getting dollars in the bank account. So it is a disservice to a customer to manage something for them without clearly defining the expectations and being involved on the actual conversion side. Like, how sure are you that conversion tracking numbers are properly being reported, that the analytics on their website is correct? If they're doing an offline campaign and you're sending postcards for them driving to a website, have you coded the URL to know the counts of people going from the receiving something to actually visiting the site and converting? Only allow the things that you can control to be measured. Now, if you want to expand the account or increase the transaction size, you can certainly say, hey, look, I know you want us to generate more leads for you, but what do you really want? Oh, okay, it's more sales. But what is it that you really want? Oh, profitable customers. Okay, well, we can help you get profitable customers, but we have to control the whole line. We can't just be there for the front end because we can't know if the conversions are correct on the back end. So you have some kind of analyst work where you can verify their conversions. I open a lot of doors with an audit of their analytics. You know, how many people have you had on the website? One client, they were concerned that traffic was going down and they just wanted an audit. We didn't go any further than an audit, but an audit was valuable enough. But basically, the traffic on their website was going down to near zero, and they couldn't figure it out. They still got some leads through. Now their lead conversion rate had increased, but their overall performance was down. So I said, let's audit it. We noticed that not every lead that was captured had a corresponding goal event. So they have a goal set up when you get to the thank you page. And we had leads in the lead system, which was Aweber. And it doesn't matter what platform it is. It could be Infusionsoft. It could be HubSpot, whatever. They had leads in their system that didn't show up in their analytics. So something's not right. What turned out is that there was a setting in their WordPress site under the analytics plugin that was sampling. So it was it's to speed up a website. If you have a tremendous amount of traffic, you can actually show to every fifth visitor or something. You can adjust the analytics so that you're not showing the analytics code every time, because the analytics code is pretty slow. But here's my point. It was set at every eighth presentation. The website did not have enough traffic to justify not showing the ad tracking code to everybody who visits the site, especially today with better ad blocking and even domain name services that can block ads. You want to make sure that you're tracking every click that goes to that site and every visitor that's on there, even if it slows down the site a little bit. Now, understand, if you're going in and doing one thing for a client, there's a high probability they're not going to be happy. You're just setting yourself up for failure. So what's the most important thing to present? It is the conversion. That's something the client will understand. However, remember, what they're really measuring is dollars in their bank account. So the more valuable service is not managing their pay-per-click. You can get thousands of people to manage pay-per-click, thousands of people to manage the social media. You have to present yourself as someone who's going to help optimizing the outcomes of any activity that they do. Hey, look, it doesn't matter to us who you hire on the front end to manage your pay-per-click if the analytics is not correct. It doesn't matter if the analytics is correct if you're not generating profit or revenue. See, you go back to what they want. Hey, look, we're going to measure our success by dollars in your bank account. And so you could actually get a percentage of gross if you can truly drive new sales. Now, understand the reason why a lot of people in the industry will take just platform management or write a bunch of pay-per-click ads or write a sales letter and not have accountability is because what you're doing doesn't work. And so if you write 5 pay-per-click ads and they implement it and it don't work, then they didn't do it right. And now you have an excuse to get out of it. I talk about accountable advertising where every ad dollar has to function, has to work. And if you're going to do that, then you have to help the customer understand that, yes, I know you're measuring me by dollars in your bank account. So let's get an accurate figure of how many dollars we can produce. Now, in order to produce more dollars in your bank account, I need to have a consistent conversion rate on a sales letter. In order to get a consistent conversion on sales letters, we need to have qualified leads. In order to get qualified leads, we need to put your ads in front of the right people in the marketplace. See, that's complete service. You can fill in the blanks. You can hire copywriters a dime a dozen and get them to write the letters. Now you need to know what you're looking at so that you can implement them or have a better probability of success. But ultimately, test and make sure the analytics is right, because otherwise, how are they going to be happy? They don't know how to measure your success. You could be doubling their traffic, and you know from the double traffic and the analytics that the demographic is exactly who they want to reach. And then they have no sales and they're all upset. That's because what they told you they want to reach didn't actually represent the clients or customers that they traditionally make money from. Service we used to do in the past was actually take their databases, get them all consolidated, get all their mailing lists together, all their in-house mailing lists, identify who were suspects, identify who were prospects, identify who took multiple steps in their lead funnel, identify people who were their exact customers. And then we would do some comparisons between those. So if you do a Venn diagram between suspects and buyers, you'll find that some of these suspects, they aren't going to buy anyway. So you don't waste any time with them. And you can start cloning your buyers. You can start implementing cash surge activities. But again, if you're just letting your clients throw stuff up against the wall, oh, you want us to write 5 postcards and send them to a landing page? No problem. You go and digest the landing page, you write the 5 postcards, you give them to the client, and if they don't work, you got paid. That's not quality. That's not delivering long-term value. That's not helping the client get to the next level and staying at the next level. And it happens in our industry. It happens with freelance copywriters just getting started. They're willing to take less money. They're willing to write a single piece. And then you end up with the $99 press releases. Like, the press release doesn't have as much value as putting that press release in front of a list of reporters who already report on the topic and who are hungry for the latest idea. You know, if your client is a video game company, they can get press releases and syndicate them, but that doesn't reach people who write about video games or influencers in the video game world. See, that research has more value. Now, I would like to see you have both the research side and the account management side. Now, it means you've got almost 100% responsibility in the eyes of the client. You and I know that a lot of things can go wrong. But from a client's perspective, again, they care about dollars in their bank account. They care about the things that they know to measure, but they don't know what to measure. They don't even know if their analytics is working this month. They don't even know what if you see. You got to ask questions like this. Show me the ads that have worked for you in the past. How are we judging these ads? What worked about these ads and what didn't work? Who received the ads that worked and who received the ads that didn't work? And you start going into those details, and I know the client's eyes glaze over. I know they get frustrated. I know they get angry, but you can't hold them. You can't say, hey, you're a loser. You don't know what you're doing. You have to say, I'm here to help. Look, a lot of folks would have just come in here and wrote you a $99 news press release. And then you would have been frustrated with it because when you sent it out, nothing happened. How about we look into who wants to hear from you? How about we look into the audience and the dynamics of different relationships? How about we write something that has a hook that ties to your buyer, and then we give it to publications that already reach your buyer? Same thing with sales letters. Oh, wonderful. You got a sales letter. Is this sales letter control? What's the conversion rate on this sales letter? What types of people convert better than others? How long does it take? How many visits does it take? Oh, I don't know. If they don't know, that's the value opportunity. Well, geez, I'd love to manage your pay-per-click campaigns, but if we don't know what works and what doesn't as far as conversion, I'm just going to be wasting your money sending people to a website, and nothing's going to happen. Now, something might happen. You've got the good sense to zero in on that audience. But ultimately, if the measures are wrong, always step back to the conversion measure. That way you can put $1 on the transaction, and you can show the customer something tangible so they know whether you're doing well or not. Now, the last takeaway here that's extremely important is that you have to get profitable customers. Okay, because you could be getting them customers all the time. You can have a coupon program going, and these customers are just transaction-based rather than relationship-based. It is very important to cultivate that relationship with a prospect in order to have them as a long-term repeat customer. Once and done is going to be putting you in a commodity area, is putting your client in a commodity area. So you have to help them understand, look, I could get you some new customers. I can help optimize what you've got. But if we can't measure, you're going to end up with people who are buying, but you're not profiting. Again, going back to what their factual measure. What you really want is profitable customers who stay, pay, and refer. And here's how I'm going to help you do that. Now, I'm not going to come in and just be an individual contributor. I'm going to manage the whole campaign. If you already got people who manage that, let's work together and make sure that's happening consistently. You got to be talking to a final decision maker to do that. But do you see where I'm coming from here? Set yourself up for success by making sure the client can measure. If the client can't measure, that's where you serve them. Even if they want you to do something else, even if they love your portfolio and they're like, oh, you've got to write us some copy, don't do it unless it's clear how success will be measured. I'm Justin Hitt with Ad Briefing's Copywriting Tips, where we help copywriters, marketers, and business development professionals transform their services so that they get more clients who pay, stay, and refer. I want to thank you for listening. If you have any questions about this program, visit www.adbriefings.co.uk. Thanks for listening.